We all love our cats here in Dr. Mario. As we get to our final game here, our main event, the 2-seed WatchMuH versus the 10-seed Sarasparkle. Maybe when we're all in the same place, we're ready to go. And I would say maybe when we're all in the same place for something, we should all go get wings. But anyways, we've got two players dropping pills. The 2-seed WatchMuH, who's had a phenomenal run so far, going up against Sarasparkle, who's a perennially, consistently good player. This should be fun to watch.
Yeah, right now, Sarah with no blue on the top line. So, yeah, of course, now getting all the double blues because why not? Yeah, and well, just trying to smash them down as quickly as possible and just get to the other pills that are going to be much more helpful. And that has caused WatchMuH to gain a bit of an advantage. About 7 viruses right now, so yeah, I mean it's too early just yet. So well, I mean it's going to come down to whether WatchMuH can hold on to this advantage. But I mean, knowing Sarah, it's not going to last too long.
Sarah down at 19, WatchMuH to 11. WatchMuH had a bit of a misplay over in column 7 and 6, and we see it on top of that yellow virus topping column 7. But WatchMuH maintaining a pretty good pace, already down to single digits as we start seeing WatchMuH starting to play around that misplay. And another big misplay there. Couldn't do anything with that yellow-red and put it in a really inconvenient place.
Yeah, I think he wanted to chuck it to the left, but unfortunately it didn't happen, and now it's covering that blue virus on column 3, and that's going to take some time to get rid of. And well, Sarah already tying it up. As stated earlier, it wasn't going to last for WatchMuH because Sarah is one of those players that can just put all the pills down really quickly if that's the way that she needs to be playing.
As we approach 2 minutes, neither player out of 8 yet. As I say, that's Sarah out at 2:03. So hanging a bit of a lead over WatchMuH right now. The winner of this faces Savage Octagon in semifinal Sunday. Sarah would love to get a championship point. WatchMuH would love to increase the amount of championship points he has. As we're into level 9, a bit of an early start for Sarah, but WatchMuH has started to mount a comeback here, only down by 4 viruses, as both players have very good speed-friendly boards. John, a lot of good 0-drop and 1-pill clears.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sarah there on that right side, and she needs to take those drops, but that's going to bring her top line in a much nicer way. So she now will be able to get more of those 0-drop or 1-drop combos. Meanwhile, WatchMuH with that right side that isn't getting addressed, and most of the left side is already gone, so that might hamper him down a little bit.
We have WatchMuH really dealing with that spire on the right side.
I was going to say beautiful way to clean that right side by Sarah there, and yeah, finally WatchMuH just clearing that right side as well.
WatchMuH had a bit of a lead, now gets the lead back. It's just 1 virus though, as he's trying to just finagle around here in that right corner. Sarasparkle has no yellows viruses to work with, down to 5 viruses, as WatchMuH trying to get something going here, and we'll get that 1-drop combo down to 4 viruses. 4 viruses for both players. Sarah with the double down to 2. A combo there will put WatchMuH down to 2, and it looks like just by a couple of pills at a 352 and a 354, 2 seconds between these two players as we get halfway through this first game.
Yeah, I mean, right toe-to-toe there. Sarah could have gone for a figure there on those last 2 viruses, but she already had a plan in mind, and you don't want to get away from it too much, or else that's when the mistakes start coming your way. WatchMuH with a nice virus top.
I was going to say, WatchMuH with a whole bunch of nice little tuck plays. maintaining just that one virus lead. These players seconds apart right now, as that red top line getting addressed immediately by WatchMuH, and a horizontal clear put at 27, opening that lead just a little bit more.
Meanwhile, Sarah there with on the left side some garbage. I think she had a misdrop, but it shouldn't be much problem if she addresses it quickly. There we go, going for that horizontal. As stated earlier in the game, she sees those horizontals and she's not afraid to go for them.
It's 21-21 here. Nobody really deciding to take the lead here. WatchMuH is going to cascade some rain down, but this is a beautiful clear down to 16, getting that lead. And another clear over there on that left side. Now really starting to open this board up and opening that gap up as well in column number 3, as WatchMuH now has access to just about everything.
Yeah, it's just a matter of some specific pills, in some cases for WatchMuH. They're a beautiful way of getting rid of those two viruses. And, well, there's a bit of a traffic light there on the right side, so that might slow down WatchMuH a bit. Sarah cannot go for the horizontal there on those yellows, but it seems like she's setting up for it nonetheless. So that's going to be her way out of this game. Just waiting for a blue there and the yellow, and there we go. That's going to trigger and going out of there at 6 flat.
WatchMuH not far behind though, as Sarah gets started on the last level. WatchMuH just needs blues, and there's a double blue and there's another blue. WatchMuH out at a 6-14, so not far behind, but Sarasparkle's opened up a 4 virus lead here, trying to take this 2 seed down. Just upsets aplenty here on the bottom half of this bracket.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at this point, I'm not sure we could call them upsets. Everyone is at a very high level, so really it's just great players facing other great players. But meanwhile, WatchMuH, not a lot of yellow on their top line, opening up a bit now, and but on the other hand, now the color that's missing is the blue. That's going to be gone right about now.
As we approach the 7-minute mark, it is a 7 virus lead. Sarah opening it up. There's a lot of garbage on the top of that board that's going to be addressed. It's a bit of a cleaner board for WatchMuH as he's drilling down. Now a 2 virus lead, now a 1 virus lead for Sarah, as WatchMuH trying to get this first game into the bag here. And we're going to start seeing some big 1-pill clears. Now it's a lead for WatchMuH by a couple of viruses. These two trading leads back and forth here. An absolutely epic game so far between these two players. 3 virus gap. Now a 6 virus gap with that big combo by WatchMuH. WatchMuH trying to open this gap up here. It's going to drill down onto that blue. Has a good diverse line overall. Almost free and clear. That red virus blocking the yellow virus in column 2. But WatchMuH has busted this board open, John.
Yeah, WatchMuH doing very great work of this level 11 at this point. Sarah was struggling there with a setup on the middle of her board, and eventually she just had to pull the plug on it and start working on some other stuff.
WatchMuH runs away there at the end on 11, and will finish at an 8:04, giving him game number 1.
I mean, brilliant work there by WatchMuH on that level 11. That was the level that defined it all. We had both of our players just going toe-to-toe at the earlier levels, but yeah, WatchMuH just took the advantage and didn't let go of it.
Well, Sarah's got 2 more chances here potentially to take the win here and face Savage Octagon. From the chat, you can see these two really would love to face each other in the semifinals. That's solidarity and just some amazing talent from our female players here in Dr. Mario. That goes to show you that anybody can be very, very good at this game, and we really welcome the diversity. As we get to our second game, don't forget, if you like us, if you're having a good time, a follow or just telling your friends about us. We're here every week for the most part, either doing live qualifiers for speed tournaments, our side events, soon to be versus events coming up as well. We're going to have it all for you here. So we really, really do appreciate you. As we get to our what could be our penultimate game, between these two players. We have a go. Sarah not paying attention, but we'll have the go here. Just about 10 seconds by. Didn't start her timer, so we will have to. We may have to manually verify this as well. So if somebody in chat could be so kind as to tell us at what timestamp Sarah started, we would really appreciate you.
Yeah, we'll check it. I mean, whenever this happens, and if eventually you decide to join us, yeah, we just have ways of figuring out the time. So you just keep on playing, and yeah, we'll deal with the rest of it. I know WatchMuH with a bit of a problem there on the right side. Yeah, those two reds on the top are completely stopping that side from getting addressed. Finally, getting something. Eventually, having to take the drop time.
Yeah, you have to take the drop time there. It's better to have a better board configuration. If you eat a couple of seconds, that's just how it is. But it is now 7-8 in favor of WatchMuH, just slightly, as WatchMuH really now starting to put the pressure on. Sarah is also down, but remember, Sarah started later, so we will have to verify that really fast. But once we do, we can tell you what the gap is. I think somebody in our chat working on that as we continue to work here. Both players in level 9 at right around the same time.
Sarah with some setups there that could be 0 drop or 1 drop combos. Yeah, not having a lot of ways to play with those blue yellows. So just putting them to the side for the moment, and yeah, she'll have to deal with them later. But she has some stuff to do on other parts of the board.
The Dave letting me know Sarah started at 3:44 in 17 seconds. Appreciate you, the Dave. Big shout out to the Dave. Give him a follow on Twitch because he's a cool guy. Meanwhile, WatchMuH opening up a big lead, double-digit lead on Sarah, as it's about to be very problematic for WatchMuH, as WatchMuH needs those reds desperately on that right side to get anything going, and looking to possibly just clear the bottom row. No, going for that column, trying to open things up a little bit more, trying to tuck some stuff underneath. I like this play. Sarasparkle has a lot of stuff kind of scattered everywhere at different elevations, which has been a bit of a problem. Going to get this tuck double, which is a really good play. She's down to 11 as not Octagon, WatchMuH down to 6. We already saw Octagon. That was last match. WatchMuH down to 5. Sarah now is also going to be down to 5 with that combo. WatchMuH starting to sprout some things down. I like this drop garbage play.
Wow.
Brilliant play. Gonna put him down to 2, and he just needs the red, and he'll be out. He's going to be out at 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Sarasparkle not too far behind. Just needs a few more of each color. Oh, that's a big misplay. Let's see if she gets that tuck over there, and she does. She's out at about 3:32 on WatchMuH's timer, as we are now halfway through this game here. It's only a couple of virus lead, but remember, Sarah started a little bit later, so we'll have to verify that time. But until we do, it is according to the timer, Sarah should be at about 4 minutes right now. So it is a little bit of a lead then for WatchMuH as we continue to watch these players go to town. It's a 5 virus lead as far as things go for WatchMuH, but a very yellow and red heavy top line.
Yeah, and Sarah having to deal with a couple of spires there on her board, which means she's going to have to take some drop time. WatchMuH, meanwhile, again, that right side is full of viruses, and well, at least getting rid of some of them going horizontally there, but most of the top line is blue at this point.
And we're seeing WatchMuH just kind of trying to follow around here, try to get something going. It's a bit of a dicey situation, but a blue here could really help, and that's a big sweet tea to get that garbage clear. Sarasparkle currently has the virus lead, though, by 1. WatchMuH looking to start dropping some stuff down, and now he's really starting to play carefully here as he's getting into his end game, trying to get some stuff cleared out. He's going to have to clear that blue virus somehow over there on column 1. I think he's just looking for an easy tuck play to do it. But Sarasparkle is going to be out at 5:14 on WatchMuH's timer, and WatchMuH is going to be out at 5:19 on WatchMuH's timer. So as far as time goes, though, it looks like 5.5 minutes now for Sarasparkle, as both players here is trying to get through 11, this last level. WatchMuH's going to need to clear this out before Sarasparkle, at probably with at least the 7-second differential. We will have to review the tape on that.
I mean, at this point, yeah, Sarah is going to make us go back to the tape, but that's fine. Getting a little bit hung there because most of her top line is really red. WatchMuH with a more diverse top line.
As these players start to really start getting into level 11 here, we're seeing WatchMuH being a little bit careful, but going to get this split clear here. But it is a 7 virus lead for Sarasparkle. But here comes WatchMuH. WatchMuH with a 6 virus clear has now tied it up as far as virus count goes. Brilliant clear. As
here comes Sarah back with another 6 clear viruses there. It's just whether Sarah can figure a way to deal with that right side, and then there's those viruses on the left side that are going to take some time unless she goes for some kind of scaffolding there to maybe take out that yellow virus in the middle.
We're going to see what happens here on this right side as well as we eclipse 7 minutes. It's a very, very tight game. 3 viruses between these players. We may have to go back to the tape on this to verify, but right now it is 7 minutes and 14 seconds, and we're about to see WatchMuH clear out a whole bunch of viruses here. 5 viruses to go to 9 for Sarasparkle, as it's really looking like we're going to see what WatchMuH does here with that big 5 virus clear, down to 4 viruses now, just maintaining a bit of a lead. It's now down to 3, now 3 for both players, now 2. It's going to be a forced drop play over there on the right side. That could be critical. It's now down to just the 1 virus. 1 red is all WatchMuH needs. And WatchMuH is looking like he is going to take the win. We will have to verify.
Oh, this one might be one of the close ones. So yeah, we're going to have to go back to the tape.
I am provisionally calling this for WatchMuH. Looking at the stream time, I believe Sarah was just north of 8 minutes.
I'm thinking if Sarah started late, then she should be lower than WatchMuH. But yeah, we certainly need to go to the tape just to make sure.
We are going to have to verify. I don't have a highlighter at the moment, so Sarah at a 7:55 if Dave mathed it right, and we had a 7:49 for WatchMuH. So we're going to call it a win for WatchMuH, a 2-0 win. I will tell you though, if we determine that is incorrect, these two will play a third game to start tomorrow. We've got something that we need to talk about. At the end of last night's stream, we declared Sarasparkle the loser of the match and WatchMuH the winner of the match, as we had to calculate a time on the fly, as one of the players' timers did not start at all during the event. We went back, and our rules team went back, and we determined that Sarasparkle won game 2 of that final quarterfinal match by 1 second. We've had multiple people verify this, so it's not just one person. But we did declare Sarah the winner of that match, meaning she is entitled to a third game against WatchMuH. This is for all the marbles here. Whoever wins here gets to go to semifinal Sunday. And off we go. Good boards for both players to start. Not much of a risk of a board split. And not really too much problems on either top line. The only thing I really see that could be a potential issue for Sarah is a very red heavy top line right in the middle of her board.
Yeah, and not having a lot of yellow open until now on that right side. WatchMuH was struggling a little bit with red not being available, but it seems like both players are opening up their board. WatchMuH has a bit of a high top line on the right side. Sarah with that spire on column 3, but once that comes down, probably with red-blue on that left side, that should be good to go.
WatchMuH looked like he was about ready to abandon that spire in column 8. Looks like he's gotten some good combinations, but now John, he's got a pretty much blue exclusive top line. Although he's cleared some stuff out, the access to those 2 yellows in column 8 going to be a problem. Although WatchMuH is holding a 2-virus lead.
Yeah, I think it's just that the right side that's going to take some time. So the earlier that WatchMuH can address it, then the better. Everything else is pretty much available to play with. Sarah's still having that spire on column 3. I think she's playing around it right now, and that might take some time. But she's only 4 viruses left. The WatchMuH is already at 2.
WatchMuH's at 2, but there's garbage on top of that blue, so that's going to have to be addressed. Sarah just needs a handful of reds, and she'll be out. I think the red in column 3 obviously going to be the last one to go, and it looks like she might sneak out first here. She just needs one more red, and there it is, out at 1:51. Actually, both players out at 1:51. Don't make this go to sudden death.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing that's missing.
Yeah, if that goes to sudden death, I'll go insane here. Our prediction, by the way, 78% say WatchMuH will take this third game, but Sarah says watch this first as she busts out a nice little combo, almost makes a misplay, corrects it at the last second, but right now a 3-virus advantage for WatchMuH as we hit the 2.5-minute mark.
Yeah, both players good top lines, some viruses of each color available for both of them. So it's just Sarah has this split board on that left side, which is going to take some drop time to get rid of that yellow virus, and correcting that right side already.
It's a 4-virus advantage for the 2 seed. Sarah the 10 seed here, as both players now under 20 viruses. Good clean boards from both players. Not a lot of misplays, not a lot of mistakes, and if there are, they're getting corrected before we can call them out. It's 14-11. WatchMuH's big problem is not much in the way of red support, but looking to get that top line whittled down all the way down to the 3rd row. A good tuck double for Sarah, and that puts her at 10. It is now 10-3 as Sarah gets another horizontal double. It really looks like WatchMuH's trying to creep ahead here, as he's going to get the 2 double yellows and we'll be out at 3:26. Meanwhile, Sarah's struggling to get anything addressed in column 1.
Yeah, she needs a lot of reds to get both sides of her board. Both column 1 and 8 needed help there with the reds. And I think if she gets... Oh, I was going to say another red and then the red double, but the red double coming 1 pill too early.
WatchMuH has a very interesting board, very yellow heavy at the top. A lot of doubles, though. This is a very speed-friendly board, as getting those doubles in 1 pill clears the most efficient way you can play this game.
Yeah, WatchMuH not having a lot of blue viruses, not only in the top line, but rather in the whole of the board. So if not a lot of blue pills come around, it's not going to be much of a problem. But we know how this game behaves sometimes. Meanwhile, Sarah has a more diverse line, a more diverse board. So this might be the time for Sarah to shorten the advantage that WatchMuH had.
The RNG not cooperating with Sarah, though, as WatchMuH has a very red heavy board right now, and Sarah manages to drop some pieces out. Going to get that blue cleared underneath. Going to get that garbage fixed, and Sarah looking very good here. She gets that sweet tea, follows it up with a double red to clear out a whole bunch of reds in the center of her board. Starting to surge here, but WatchMuH's already down into single digits. Sarah's just not getting the RNG to work.
Yeah, needing a lot of blue right now, Sarah. That's what's making her struggle. Meanwhile, WatchMuH getting just the right pills that are needed to get out at 5:02 from level 10.
WatchMuH looking to put this one away here so he can start practicing on that next level block, which is levels 10 to 14. But he's still got to get through 11 before Sarah does. Sarah's trying to mount that comeback here as she's trying to set up combos, getting that horizontal out in row number 4, down to 7 viruses, clearing out the red garbage. Brilliant play here as Sarah clears out another red. But WatchMuH is firmly in the driver's seat here as he's down to just about a little less than 3 dozen viruses to go as we approach the 6-minute mark in this third game.
WatchMuH trying to get done with as much of level 11 before Sarah reaches it. So yeah, it's been a struggle for Sarah so far. Not mistakes from her, but rather just the RNG that's not cooperating. She gets out of level 10 at 558.
She's down by 28 viruses. It's by no means a runaway, but there's got to be a lot of things to happen in Sarah's favor for her to take this game 3.
Yeah, the RNG has to cooperate a lot, and maybe she has to go even more aggressive, trying to go for some combos that might work sometimes, that might need specific pills, but yeah, you have to just leave it all, given that this is just one game and the winner goes into the semifinals.
It's definitely more of a sudden death game as these players coming in here to just try to get this wrong. But it looks like WatchMuH just down to his final half a dozen or so viruses. Getting reds has no need for him. Meanwhile, Sarah with a drop T down to 29 viruses as she's got her board a little bit more cleaned up. 28 viruses to go. WatchMuH just needs a couple of reds and he will advance to the semifinals. And it does look like at the time of right at the 7-minute flat mark, that is a win for WatchMuH and match for WatchMuH as Sarah is now formally eliminated from the tournament, but was entitled to this third game because she did win. And really a big win as we get a drop fat log from Sarah. But the win does go to WatchMuH as WatchMuH advances to the semifinals, and WatchMuH will take on Savage Octagon in a little bit.